virtual network editor. Okay? You need to make your VMnet1 a specific IP network. Okay? So that it matches up with my VMnet1. Why? Great question. Because the Windows target that I'm passing out right now has a static IP on this network. If you try to load it on VMnet1 and your IP network is not the same as my VMnet1 IP network, you will not be able to complete Lab 1. If you try to load it up on any other VMnet, it probably won't work unless just by sheer luck it's the same IP network. So, my IP network, write this down, make a note of it, 192.168.199.0. Okay? Your VMnet1 probably says something completely different. That's okay. Here's how you change it. Once you have the virtual network editor up, come down here to where it says change settings with the administrator privileges shield. Click that. Right, get a little access control, click yes. Give it a minute. Right. With homework 2 and lab 1, you're going to get a lot of hold on a second. There it is. Sorry, it just didn't pop up. With this, you're going to now have access to change. So go ahead and highlight VMnet1, and what you want to do is come down here to where it says subnet IP, and make sure your subnet IP for VMnet1 is 192.168.199.0. Now, if by some off, crazy, wild chance you have another VMnet that is 192.168.199.0, you have two choices. Okay? One, you can make that VMnet a different IP and make VMnet1 that net range. Or, when you load up the Windows workstation, or the Windows server, just put it on that VMnet. Okay? But if you don't, go ahead and make your VMnet1 192.168.199.0. Make sure that you have it selected for host only, and make sure you have those two check mark boxes there. Check. Okay? Any questions on that? Sir?
With Fusion for Mac, how do we get
VMnet editor. You go into VMware, you go to edit, go to look for VMnet editor. That's how I got to it. You find it? Edit, just go to edit. And go to file.
Wait, why did you 255?
Because my VMnet1 was too
Go to view, maybe. Look for a network editor. Virtual machine. So that mask is correct as well. Next, I want you to click on DHCP settings. You need to make sure that your DHCP server is running in VM Network Editor, but you want to start from 192.168.199.128. And I just have mine the second half of the /24 subnet. That's fine. Alright? This is so that your Kali Linux box can get a DHCP address when it boots up onto VMnet1 later on. Okay? Once that's all done, don't worry about the default lease time or max lease time. Just keep it what it is. Click OK.
Does the ending have to be the same?
Let's see this.
As long as you have at least a few addresses in there, you're fine. Okay, and then click OK. I'm going to click cancel because my stuff's already set. Alright. Now, so that is how you need to have your VMnet1 set up. So, let's press on here with homework 2. With homework 2, I'm going to resume my VM. You want to make sure that Kali is on the NAT adapter. The NAT adapter. Alright? And last week, you did the apt-get update and apt-get upgrade. Great. Now, this week, what I need you to do, if you're following along, that's great. If you're going to do this, that's fine. However, be aware that it might take a while, especially if you're on wireless. Okay? When I did this, when I installed OpenBoss, it took me about an hour and 20 minutes. Alright? So, record, copy down, you can do this later on. Command, and I actually have it in the homework file, it's apt get install OpenBoss. Okay? And hit enter. And then it's going to go through all these good, happy things here. And install. And it'll install your NVTs, databases, yada, 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 yada. Somewhere along the line, you are going to find a string. Gesundheit. Anyway, you were going to find a string that was going to show you a very, very, very long password. It's going to look something like that. That is going to be your admin password. That's going to be at the very end of your install.
It'll tell you.
At the very end of your install. So as it installs everything, this will be like the last thing that shows up. You need to copy that. Copy it into a leaf pad, notepad, something so you don't forget it. You only need to use it one time. Alright? So, now I've got to start my recording for my other class. 1 sec. Because I promised them I would do this.
To do all the updates.
Here we go. Alright,
No.
so go ahead and start my recording to show everybody how we're going to install OpenBoss and configure it. So with this, and I'm sorry if I'm yelling a little bit, we've already done the apt-get install, apt-get install OpenVOS. We've gotten our password for our admin user. Okay, I'm just going to copy this so I have it. The next thing you need to do is you need to open up after it's all installed. Okay, typically it will start automatically. If it does not start automatically, you can run the command OpenVOS-start. Right, and that will start OpenVOS. It'll start the database engine. It'll start the front end, etc. Right, so if it's not started, that's how you start it. If you reboot your VM, okay, and you have not put this command in your init.d file, right, to start automatically, you will need to start OpenVOS after you reboot from a command prompt. Okay? So once that's started, you can open up a browser, all right, and go to https://localhost:9392. That's the port that Greenbone Security Agent is listening on. Okay? You'll get the, hey, this isn't a secure thing. Go ahead and hit the exception, confirm the exception, and you'll pop up. Your username is admin, A-D-M-I-N. And your password is that password that you copied after the install. So you can just paste that in there, click log in. You can remember it if you want to. I'm going to show you how to get around that though. So once you're logged into Greenbone Security Assistant, all right, let's go ahead and reset that admin password right away. So let's go to administration, and users. All right, and you'll see that I have a username, admin. If you go over here to the right-hand side under Actions and click on the little wrench, edit the user. And what we're going to do is we're going to select the new password radio button, and we're just going to put in whatever password we want. I'm going to make mine something I'm going to remember. All right, that's it. Click Save. All right. If you want to add an additional user, you can do it at this time. Just come up here to the star, and you can click on New User and fill in the prompts, create a password, and everything else. Okay? So, as part of the homework, I'm skipping around a little bit, we have to do an OpenVOS scan. Okay? We're going to do the OpenVOS scan of our own system, in this case my laptop. I need to do one thing first in order for it to kind of work a little bit better. I'm going to tell you the key thing that you should never ever let a security professional ever tell you. Drop your firewall. Okay? So I'm going to go up here to Control Panel, Administration Tools, Firewall and Advanced Security. Click that shortcut. And all my stuff's already dropped. Okay? But you would just go in here, go to Properties, turn your firewall state off for all the profiles, the domain profile, the private, the public, I can set, well actually just those three. Alright? Make sure that it's all vulnerable. Okay? That's so the scanner will pick up stuff. Okay? So once that's done, we go back into VMware and into Greenbone. Let's go over to it's configuration and targets. Configuration and targets. We need to make a target. Okay. So, with that, I'm going to go over here and, wait a second. I need to know what my IP address is of my host. Right? So I know that I can pull up a terminal. Look at what my IP address is. So my IP address is 192.168.225.129. I know that my gateway is .1, which is going to be the IP of my host laptop. Okay, so it's very important that you understand how to get the right IP. And that's going to be my target. Not my address, that's my Kali box, but the host machine. So I'm going to come over here to where the star is, and, oh, right here, excuse me. I'm going to do new target. I'm going to give it a name, and I'm just going to say VM host, VM laptop, arbitrary general name. I'm going to give it that IP address. 192.168.225.1. That's all I really need to do. Alright? I'm going to go ahead and do the all unassigned TCP. I can do something, I can just do something really quick, which for the purposes of this homework is just fine. I'm going to go ahead and, keep the default. Scan config is going to be default. I don't want to make this too complicated right out of the gate. I'm going to click create. So I now have my target. Now that I have the target, I'm going to go over here and go and do the task. I'm going to go to scans and tasks. I'm going to create a new task. Okay? This is a nice little thing about the wizard. Wizards are not bad. They don't do everything you want them to do. So I'm showing you how to do it the long way. I'm going to create a new task. I'm going to name it. Typically name it like the same you do your target. Select your target, which is going to default to whatever you have in there. Okay. Alright, we're not going to put it on a schedule. It's going to be... Now, with the config, this is where you can get really kind of in-depth. Alright? If you do full and fast, that is just going to be kind of a really quick scan. It's not going to go in-depth on all the ports. Alright? If you do full and fast ultimate, it is going to do more of an in-depth scan. If you do full and very deep, it will do that in-depth scan, as well as try denial of service attacks on that target. So for the purposes of homework week 2, just the full and fast is fine. When you get into the labs, you get into more in-depth homework assignments, you can play around with this a little bit more. Alright? We can also play around with the number of consecutive NVTs and the concurrently scanned hosts. We're only scanning one host here, so we can drop that down to 1 if we want. We can increase this from 4 to 10 to 12. It'll run a little bit faster. Careful. Hopefully you've given your VM enough processing power and RAM. I'm going to keep it at 2. We'll click create. And once that's done, I have a new task. I can come under the task, go to the actions, and click start. Okay? Once I click start, it will launch and go grab dinner, cocktail, movie. It depends. This could take a few minutes, it could take a few hours. It depends on what you have under the hood of your laptop. So at the end, I'm looking for a couple different things. I'm either looking for the PDF file or a screenshot that the scan completed and you found something, even if it was just a log file. Okay? So as it's requested here, when it finishes up, you'll see these things for reports. Okay? If it's in parentheses, that means it's not done. If there's a 1 that pops up over here, it means it's done. If you want to keep refreshing it, you can come up here to the top of the screen. It is set to not refresh. You can set that to refresh every 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 2 minutes. All right? And you can also manually refresh it via your browser. So let's, ooh, it's running. It's at 1%. So when it's all said and done, you can come over here to the completed reports. You can also look at it in the running reports. It's not going to find anything. It's just launched. Okay. Ooh, it did find a log. That's great. So you will have a whole slew of, well, hopefully you won't have a whole slew. You might have some findings here. All right, let's take a snapshot of it. That is done. Okay, that is done. That's all I'm looking for. So come to your host file, open up your snipping tool. Right? Take a shot that that's completed. Put that into your lab file. Okay? So that's it for what I missed in my Wednesday night class. I will upload this video to Blackboard presently. Hold on, let me stop. That. Awesome, 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 awesome. Alright, let me take this thing. Yeah. What I go through for students, man, I tell you. Alright, so the last half of the, well, let me pause here. Any questions on OpenBOS? I know I made it look really easy. I know I did. I've done this a couple of years now. Alright, and I've gone through a lot of trial and error. Sir?
Like, what's the problems people kept having with it?
It would freeze. It would not complete. It would complete and not return any data. A lot of different things. Okay? So, that's why it's so important to drop the firewall. Okay? Because and also if you're running an antivirus, I'm not running an antivirus on my burner laptop. So, if you're running an antivirus, drop your antivirus because it could pick it up and cause all kinds of havoc as well. And if you're running a Mac, I can't help you. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay? So, the last half of this is we are going to just do an Nmap scan. So, if those of you who have done an Nmap scan, it's going to be really, really, really easy. I'm going to show you how to do it in really super simple, easy mode with ZenMap, the graphical UI of Nmap. Okay? So,
You use GUI? Come on. Command line better.
okay, I'm sorry, not everybody is as sophisticated as you are, okay? We all have to start somewhere. Alright, so, back to my Cali box. I'm just going to minimize Greenbone, let it, do, oh look, it's already at 8%.
Oh my.
Flying along, man. Cool. Alright, I don't need that anymore because I'm changing the password.
No, you just figured out something so simple.
Okay. Oh, and by the way, if you go through the OpenBOS install and you're all excited and you shut down the terminal and you didn't record that password, don't worry. You can start all over again and get a new one. Hey, it only takes once or twice, and then you learn, right?
Hopefully.
Okay, so from applications. Oh, this is going to be a pain because OpenBOS is running. That's okay, I can fix that.
Just for curiosity's sake, is it a bad idea to install OpenBOS on your house? Or,
No,
or
no, it's fine. You run a Linux, right?
no.
No, you got OpenBOS installed under Windows?
I was just curious.
I don't know if OpenBOS actually runs under Windows. I've never done that.
I was just wondering if it runs out.
Right. Oh, wow, 28%. Okay. You can go to the scans in your dashboard or your tasks. This is running. Oh wow, I found some stuff. scans, tasks. It's going pretty quick. Wow, it's going really fast. Okay, that's fine. I can go in there and I can stop it. I can pause it. That's fine. I don't want to mess with a good thing. It's actually working. Okay, but if I come up here to applications. Information gathering, and all the way down at the bottom, send map. That'll pop up the GUI for send map. And all I really need you to do is, in this window, under target, put to the IP address of your host. All right, mine was 192.168.225.1. Okay. Intense scan is just fine. If you want to get cutesy and do all kinds of other stuff, that's on you. You know, if you learned something, if you want to try something from, chapter 5, go for it. Okay? But for the purpose of the homework, I'm just looking for this. And then click scan. Alright? And it'll pick up the, oh, look at all those ports. Nice. Alright? That's because there's a firewall down. This will go pretty quick. This will take maybe 5 minutes or so. Alright? Now the reason that we're doing this, and I'm teaching these scanning techniques, is an in-map scan is a really quick way to kind of ascertain what's out there on the map. Okay? Now a lot of times firewalls will block ICMP, they'll block certain ports like NetBEUI, NetBIOS, ways that we can easily fingerprint a system, but they typically won't block everything. They got to have something open that we can find web servers or FTP servers or mail servers, etc. Right? So once that's all done, it will pop open a little icon there on the left, right? Like a Windows icon. It'll say in-map done. I just need you to take a screenshot of that and add that into your lab file. Upload that to Blackboard. Bada bing, bada bang, and another easy 40 points for you. Okay? No, I want to make sure that you can go through the process and do a scan. Okay. Questions on this at all?
I got it. I just need the IP address. It was 199.0.
192.168.199.0/24. The DHCP is going to be 128 through 254. You guys got no questions? Yeah, this like took almost all of 2 hours last night in my other class. Why? Because my computer, I didn't have OpenBOS installed and it took forever. Alright, where's my passport at? Okay, great. Going around, and who still needs the file? Who still needs the target? So it's this applicant. Ah, that one. Alright, if you guys don't have anything for me, we can, what? Sure. Let's go back. It looks like it might be done. Alright, check it out. So, the question is, what is the OpenBOS scan screenshot?
I was asking how big a file is. Whatever we needed.
So, go to scans and your tasks. Once it's all done, oh, it's at 98%.
The CIS target one. I'm not sure.
Yeah, don't.
You got it ready?
Don't, because yeah, I've actually had it fail at 98%, but that's okay because we can still get what we need. Alright? So if you go into the reports here, even if it's like stuck at 98%, you can still go in there and look at what you have. I still didn't find anything. That's kind of the screenshot I'm looking for. Okay, something.
You said you wanted like date, time, calendar.
Yeah, I got a birthday. Date, time. Yeah, just calendar. Date and time. Slew that in the screenshot. Add that in there. Good. Okay. Oh. I have to go back and look at how I had it set up. Right. And from here, whether it's done or not, right there in the screen, you see where it says anonymous XML? If you drop that drop-down box, you can pick another file type, like PDF.
I just want to be sure it's the CAS Target 1 final and then SQ.
SQ 2018. Yeah. No problem. Question. That's for lab 1. So there's like 4 or 5 of you left that's got to get it. 6 or 7 or 10 of you. I don't know.
Okay. But we have.
Let me wait for this to finish, and we'll go over a little bit because I have some time. We'll go over the setup of lab 1. Any questions on homework for week 2? Clear as mud, right? What? You know it's done. You have your host icon over here, and somewhere along the line, InMap will say done. Okay. So just give me a screenshot. You can show me the open port you have. It doesn't really matter.
If we can't get everything on one screenshot, what's the most important thing for us to do?
Weird, I don't know what you
That right there. Copy. There you go, 2 screenshots. Okay? Upload it, 40 points. That's all, folks. Alright, so while we're waiting on these last ones to go through here, let me go ahead and let's do that. Let's go ahead and start in on setup of lab 1. Okay, so what I'm going to do, since I'm done with this, I'm going to shut down my Kali box because I've got to change. I have to change the VM net.
Can't you hot change that?
Better reboot it. Because here, look, check it out. Right click.